Right, guys. So I just wanted to comment on the upcoming fight. I've put the volume off. Should I turn it on? And my camera's really big, but I'm not sure how big it should be. So there's that.
26 fights, 24 victories, 22 of those 24 victories by knockout. Anthony Joshua!
I'm not sure what the sound quality like is, so this is kind of a good test as well. But alright, I want to throw my prediction out there, yeah, and I'm not sure what it is, so that's kind of not really sure what to say. But okay, alright, okay, these are my main points, and then I'll form an opinion after. I'm just gonna cut the music so you can see it. I think, well, obviously it was quite clear Joshua got totally outboxed in the last fight. And I can't remember who said this before, but it does stick, and it works in this situation where you can't learn how to fight in like 6 months. I mean, how to box. So if clearly there was a massive disparity in boxing skill in the last fight where Usyk just walked all over him, moved around, his fighting IQ, his movement, everything was just too good. He outboxed him literally, right? So, in 6 months' time, obviously Joshua's changed trainer as well with can't even remember his name, Marcus Maidana's previous trainer and stuff. So actually, that's a interesting tangent that I'll hold fire on for a second. What I'm saying is he's not going to learn how to box better than Usyk in 6 months, so don't bother trying to outbox him. He's not really going to have much more power than he previously had, obviously, because how much stronger are you going to get in 6 months? And also, interestingly here, let's just get the weigh in, yeah. He looks in sick shape, but he always does. No homo. So also apparently Joshua's weighed in ever so slightly less than he did previously. So, you would think, and he's in good shape. He's clearly got heavy muscle mass here and then, and he always does genetically, I guess. So I don't think he's going to be much stronger. So I just think this is a hard fight for him to win because he can't learn how to box 10 times better. What is required to beat Usyk in the last 6 months? He's not holding super, heavy amounts of muscle. I think it's a tough call, man. But I think the tangent that I mentioned earlier of damn it, is it Robert Garcia? I don't want to get the name wrong. But his new trainer, I think he'll add a level of aggression to his style. It's hard to hit someone when you're getting hit, and that sounds stupid, but I think that's kind of the problem he had. Like, you can compare it to when Vladimir Klitschko fought Tyson, and Vladimir was like, "Oh, I just couldn't let the right hand go." But it's actually difficult to do when you're getting hit. Like, it sounds stupid, but even if those punches aren't going to knock you out, for some guys it's difficult to let your hands go, Okay, so I'm just gonna hit out. It's also these guys are the real stare down.
If he comes in heavier, like I said before, that's going to take away from his speed, his agility. But he's coming rough, basically about the same sort of weight.
That's Joshua.
So he's going to have that speed, that mobility, and obviously he's still a year into the division. He's going to be physically stronger as his body's matured and thickened into the division anyway, regardless of what the scales say.
As a challenger for Anthony Joshua, we need to see.
Yeah, so I'll wrap it up, but okay, so those are my main points, yeah. It's so hard to call, and that's why it's such a good fight. I would say I think a lot of the UK wants Joshua to lose, and I was kind of part of that at some point when there was a big fake sort of like, it's the whole selling him to the media and whatever, right? Just randomly writing that. Selling him to the public and this sort of fake marketing thing of like being totally PC and whatever. And also, I think he was made out to be better than he was. I mean, someone say something about shades of Muhammad Ali. Like, come on, you can't compare. And I don't think Muhammad Ali was the greatest ever in terms of pure boxing, for the record. So it's not that I'm trying to hold him to such high regard, but he's just not on that level. But anyway, wrapping it up, I think Joshua has got what they refer to as a puncher's chance. If I'm being honest, I do want him to win because I think he's a likable guy. To be honest, the way he came back from his losses and so on, this whole hype thing calmed down naturally because he's lost, and I think he's just a nice guy, man. Yeah, I kind of think he deserves it. So, but I think he's got a puncher's chance. So I'm swaying Usyk on points probably. I think it's gonna start off fairly slow. I think Joshua's gonna put the pressure on, and this is a thing. It's a fight that he can't lose. So almost like the Wilder and Fury fight 3, where like you get. I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna get dropped, get back up, get dropped, get back up on Joshua's part, and if he lands on Usyk, that will add an interesting spin to the fight. But yeah, I'm like 80% Usyk on points because I don't think Usyk will KO or TKO Joshua, because I think Joshua's heart will show and he'll continue to get dropped potentially. But he'll keep getting back up because his career's on the brink of extinction. Yeah, if he loses this fight, there might be the Fury fight. Maybe they could big up, or Dylan White, big British grudge match or whatever, just for money really. But not on that world champion level again. So I'm gonna go 80% Usyk on points. Well, I guess you can only really pick one person, so I'd say Usyk on points. But I think Joshua's chance is with, as I say, a puncher's chance. And if he lands a shot, then that will be interesting. But here's the other thing. If he lands a shot and it doesn't knock him out or do some serious damage, Usyk's so experienced that when he gets hit, he will move. He knows how to move. He's a boxer. You get hit, you move, He'll get out of danger. He'll box on his back foot for a round. He'll take a break for a round. He'll already be winning on points because he's going to outbox him. Joshua's not winning this on points, so I have to favour Usyk on points, man. But I think it's going to be a good scrap, and I'm going to wrap it up at the 8-minute mark. Goodbye.